What's going on, everybody? Yeah, same clothes, same day. I batch do my videos. I make a lot of them at one time and then put them up as I want to, as I schedule them. But what this video is about, last week I did a video about how to maintain the turbos on your new Tundra, depending on what system that Toyota decides to go with on cooling those off. And by the time this has been up, who knows, they may have told us all the information we need to know, because I'm making this video before any of the information comes out. Somebody told me that they were going to release photos and some information about this last week. I don't know if they did or not, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But this video doesn't really matter about that, because we're going to talk about the performance, baby. The performance. So I've talked about a couple of negatives in the past few videos about the Tundra. First video about this series was about, turbos are going out, it could cost you. Second video was about how to maintain them. Not really a negative video, but still that's something you may have to spend money on, or something that, you're going to have to worry about. This video is going to be all about the power, because that is something that you're going to be able to get out of a twin turbo V6 that you can't get out of a V8 unless you supercharge or turbocharge it. Because turbos are amazing. Yes, they are amazing. There are some good things to turbos, as in the tunability. Oh my gosh. If you've never owned a turbo vehicle, you may have never experienced this, but you can get some crazy power out of a tune, out of a turbocharged vehicle. Now, we don't know what the horsepower is going to be of this. There's been all kinds of rumors and stuff like that. But let's just hypothetically say we're going to get 450 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque out of this V6 twin turbo that is soon to come in the Toyota Tundra. Inevitably, whether TRD does it, which would be nice, because if TRD would make a tune for this, which would probably be a very scaled back tune. We know TRD isn't probably going to do something to really stress out that engine, because if you do something through TRD, Toyota still gives you full warranty on the vehicle. So I can't believe that even if they did come out with a tune, that they're going to actually bump those numbers way up like some of the other tune companies would do, because they're still going to have to warranty that product. But I will tell you this. If I get one of those trucks and Toyota TRD comes out with a tune, that is the tune I'm going to go with, just because of the warranty thing. It's a new truck, a new engine, a new everything. I do not want to give Toyota an excuse to void my warranty on this truck. So if TRD does come out with one, that is the one I recommend you go with, at least until we make sure this truck is not going to have any bugs or any issues or anything crazy is not going to happen to it that needs to be fixed. Because if you give them a reason, no matter how good or bad Toyota is, if you give a company a reason to void your warranty and not have to pay big bucks to fix something, that's what they're going to do. But like years ago, like I keep referencing my 300Z turbo because I've owned a few turbo cars, but that one had 522 horsepower and it was a beast, and it was tuned like crazy. But just the chip that went into that from Stillen in California added something like 60 horsepower. Just off a chip, 60 horsepower. I don't remember the torque numbers. So if you got 450 horsepower and 500 foot-pound torque, you're probably going to get, over 500 horsepower. You got to believe tunes have come a long way. So you're really going to be able to bump that truck over 500 horsepower. And you're probably going to get, 575 or more foot-pounds of torque, if not more than that. Exhausts, intakes, stuff like this is really going to bump up those numbers better than a naturally aspirated vehicle. Anything that you can help a forced induction engine breathe and exhale better is going to give you way more horsepower than just a naturally aspirated vehicle would with those same upgrades to it. And I will tell you this, you read a lot that you don't want to put like K&N style filters on a turbo vehicle. It allows too much dirt and stuff like that into those turbos. Sometimes that oil can get off those filters if you don't recharge them right, and cause issues with a turbo as well. So you always want to do like a dry filter. On my 300, I had a dry filter on it. Actually, I had dual dry filters, and that's something else that's pretty cool too. Some companies that when you go with an intake system and you have a twin turbo vehicle, some companies will do dual intakes. So, you know, you'll have two huge air filters leading into these two turbos, and it just makes it sound that much better. If you think the S&B intake on the Toyota Tundra with the plug out of it sounds amazing, put two intakes. I know EcoBoost have this. The Ford EcoBoost actually has, I forget who makes it, but they have that same thing. It's so loud that they actually offer a box to encase them in to quieten it down if you don't like that noise. So you can actually do dual intakes and get this amazing sound if that's what you're looking for. And I have to believe somebody's going to come out with that for the Tundra, as long as they can figure out how to pipe that in there if it's not too tight. But like I said, those dual intakes will do way more good, or way more horsepower increase and torque increase than you're going to get on a naturally aspirated V8. The tune, like we talked about before, on a twin turbo car is going to give you 60, 80 horsepower, who knows, or more. A tune on a V8, you might get 15 to 20, maybe. An exhaust, the exhaust on my 300, I did delete the cats and did a full exhaust from Greddy and Stillen. Added 55 horsepower through the exhaust alone. That was dyno proven through Stillen. 55 horsepower. You're not going to get 55 horsepower on a naturally aspirated anything with an exhaust system. You're going to be lucky if you get 15 to 20. Again, lucky. So the tunability of this V6 twin turbo is going to be a lot of fun. I ain't going to lie, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still nervous about the truck. You know, I've owned an EcoBoost. I've owned the, people say don't compare it to Ford. Ford is the one that has the twin turbo V6 out right now. That's really all we have to compare it to, because I mean that's the truck right now that, you know, it's directly competing with. So why not compare it to the truck it's competing with? That's just my opinion. But that twin turbo V6 had way more power than the Coyote V8. There again, it does have its issues, has its intercooler issues, or did have intercooler issues. The turbos, you will have to replace them. Like I said, it's not an if, or it's a when. So there are some negative drawbacks, but I want you guys to know there are some positives. When you start bolting on mods on this vehicle, you're going to see a crazy increase in power. The truck is going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be extremely fast, and a lot of times when you do, you know, intakes, exhaust, and tunes on turbo vehicles, your gas mileage even goes up. So if they're anywhere near the rumored 30 miles per gallon and you do a tune on it, who knows what your gas mileage may go up to. Do I think they'll get 30 miles per gallon? No, I don't. But if they get 22 and you tune it and get up to 25, hey, that's pretty good in like a 6,000 pound vehicle. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have you ever had any experience with a twin turbo vehicle or a turbo vehicle in general? My Civic's turboed. It's a fun little car to drive. It ain't extremely fast. It's quick. Quick and fast is two different things. But I think if you tune this big truck, it could probably turn into a fast vehicle as well. Again, I appreciate you watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.